Hi, this is Jason with the National Weather Service here in Peachtree City, and this is your weekly weather briefing for the week of March the 19th. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a little tired of all this rain that we've had. It's been raining out quite a few events, I know. If it was up to us, we'd be done with the rain also, but we had another batch move through during the overnight hours, and for many of you across east central Georgia, this rain continues. We're expecting this to taper off a little bit later this afternoon into the evening, but you can see what's already occurred during the overnight hours and into this morning. Generally a quarter to a half an inch of rain across the I-20 corridor and extending up just south of I-85. Some areas getting as high as a half an inch of rain out of this system. And then as the rain continues, we do expect portions of east central Georgia to see anywhere from 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit higher in isolated locations. So this is what our computer models are indicating it will look like around 4 p.m. on our radar this afternoon. We can see some activity highlighted in the red shading there, moving across east central portions of the area down into southeast portions of the area. Highlighted this area because this is where we could see some isolated thunderstorms develop late this afternoon. We're going to be getting some of that energy we need for thunderstorm development. It's going to be mainly across the southern tier, so we're going to be watching for thunderstorms to form. Out across west central Georgia, we do have a secondary little impulse coming across that could develop some additional showers there across the I-20 corridor, and then north of that across much of north Georgia. But at this time, we're just expecting showers out of that activity. But as those showers over west central Georgia progress to the east and southeast, it's going to be getting into those areas once again that have that energy for thunderstorm development. Again, not a huge chance for any thunderstorms, but there will be some isolated perhaps in these areas, especially as you progress further to the southeast. Right now, we're only expecting gusty winds with this system at the most. And of course, you'll have to watch out for the cloud-to-ground lightning with any thunderstorms that form. But once again, the chances of these are remote at this time. So let's get into those weekend rain chances. I know everybody wants to know about that. We do have the Cherry Blossom Festival starting up, as well as some Dogwood Festivals beginning over the weekend. So let's see what those rain chances are. Friday, by and large, not too bad. Looking across the Atlanta metro and southward through central Georgia, only looking at about a 30% chance for the metro, and then getting into Macon, Columbus, 10 to 20%, so not too bad. Where the rain will be more concentrated, however, is across northwest Georgia, where we do have another impulse coming across, so could be looking at chances of 40 to 50% up there for some showers across that area. Only looking at showers at this time, however. Saturday, we do have some rain moving in from the southwest, as you can see, but the key for this is it's going to be late on Saturday. So by and large, most of the day on Saturday we expect to be dry for many locations, but as we get later into the afternoon, you'll start to see some rain moving in Columbus to Macon and then progressing north into the Atlanta metro. But by and large, this is going to be a Saturday evening, Saturday night type of rainfall, and not much on Saturday itself. But there's no getting around it on Sunday. It's going to be a washout, and really this starts on Saturday night and then progresses through Sunday, and for some areas even through Monday. But it certainly looks like high rain chances right now. Looks like over most of the area we've got likely rain chances, 60-70% over a large swath of the area that extends from much of North Georgia and then all of Central Georgia. So very high rain chances, and if the models continue with the consensus that we've been seeing, expect these rain chances to go even higher as we get closer to Sunday. As far as amounts go, it looks like we're going to be having anywhere from an inch to upwards of an inch and a half across southwest Georgia. So some decent rainfall totals. This will be spread out from that Saturday night through that Monday time frame. So we're not looking for a lot of flooding issues. There could be some isolated flooding with this, but we think most of the areas that are going to receive the heaviest of the rainfall can handle this amount of rainfall over that 36 to 48 hour period. So let's see what happens after the weekend. Looking at the top is Atlanta, and the one on the bottom is Macon. By the time we get into Monday, you can see the rain chances holding on for Macon with 70%. Going to be tailing off quickly for the Atlanta area on Monday, so 60% around there, 50 to 60 early, but then tailing off. And then as we get to Tuesday and Wednesday for all areas, we're going to get a much needed drying out period, it looks like. Temperatures seasonably warm in the mid 60s to lower 70s by Tuesday and Wednesday. And then as we get into Thursday and Friday, which is not shown on here, we are looking at another system coming in with additional wet weather expected then. So in summary, what we're expecting for this week, I'm showing you a rainfall map here of the total rain expected through next week, and right now it's looking like anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches across that area from, say, Columbus to Macon and points southward right now. Those are going to see the highest likelihood of seeing the highest rain totals through the week. Again, right now we're anticipating that these areas can handle this amount of rainfall. As you go to the north, we're expecting lesser amounts of rain, especially across far northwest Georgia, where we're only expecting around 3/4 of an inch or so, which is a decent amount of rainfall, but certainly not what we're expecting to the south. Isolated thunderstorms again, only for this afternoon into the evening, and only for those southern sections. Otherwise, we're just really expecting rain for these next few systems. Finally, before I let you go, I know we all live inland, well away from the beaches, so probably wondering why I'm talking about rip currents. Well, we found out that most of the deaths from rip currents actually occur from people visiting the coastal areas during spring break and during the summertime. So the ones who live along the coast know about rip currents and know what to do if they encounter a rip current, and it's the people who's visiting from the inland locations like we live that really don't know about these rip currents as much. So just a little safety information for you here, and to know what to do if you do encounter a rip current if you're going to these beaches during spring break. With that, thanks for spending some time with us this week, and we'll talk to you again next week.